And we're live! Welcome to Clifford the Big Red Dogcast.
I'm never changing that name.
Nope, never. I went with Uncle Norman, that's the name of a band. I went with them to their recording studio over the weekend.
Wait, that's the name of their band now?
Yeah, Uncle Norman.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so we went to a recording studio, right? So the first thing that we do, I'm told to meet them at the Tower Theater. So that's already a red flag of this is the Tower District, and that's not the best part of our town.
For those of you who aren't from this area, it's a really dangerous part of town.
Yeah, it's like the most ghetto part of town we have, pretty much.
Well, I wouldn't say the most.
Yeah. So I get there, I meet Jada and Hannah, and they're like, oh, like, hey Dylan, I'm like, hey, and then we go across the street, and we go to this really shady jewelry store. And the only reason I say it's shady is because I looked at one of the things they were selling, and it was a nice looking sculpture of like the Egyptian goddess Bast or whatever, but it was for $8. And I don't think any good, really nice sculpture like that is going to be for $8. They must have been running some drug business if they're selling things for that cheap.
Money laundering.
Well, we were meeting Nick and Jared when they finally got here. We were by Nick's dad's car, and Jada was like, I smell someone getting really high. And so apparently someone was smoking something in that parking lot in the same place we were at. So that's scary too.
People doing drugs.
Yeah, lots of drugs. So then we're like, oh, so there's Nick's dad's car, and then he's like, well, where did all the other parents go? And they're like, oh, well, they left us with you. And then he's like, okay, well, there's not enough room in my car for me to take everybody to where we're supposed to be going. And then he was like, yeah. And then so he decided that since
you walk there.
Yeah, we're all gonna walk through the most ghetto part of the entire town. Just 6 teenagers, 15 and 16, and we're gonna walk all the way there while Nick's dad just goes ahead and drives all the way there, and doesn't even follow us driving. He just drives there and we meet him there.
Yeah.
That's super dangerous. First of all, okay.
That's your opinion.
Not to mention, while we were walking, I saw this one guy who was either drunk or a painter or both. But he had a can of paint. It was like silver.
Hey, don't hate on drunk painters. It's the only way to get good art done these days.
But he wasn't painting like a mural or anything like you normally see. He was painting a light post. He just had a silver can of paint, and he was like laying on his side, all drunk, painting the bottom of a light post.
Well, how did he do?
I mean, it turned out silver. It was kind of a messed up like coat of paint. Like some of them had more coats than the other, but you know, it was pretty good.
Pretty uneven.
Yeah, but yeah. So that was one of the worst things. But then. The worst thing was a man painting a street post. Ghetto. Oh, it gets worse because we're walking down the street, walking to the recording studio, and I look at Nick. I'm like, "Hey, Nick, where are we going?" And he goes, "I don't know. I wasn't given a name of the building or an address. I was only told that it was behind a tattoo shop."
If it's anything like how many record stores there are there, I'm pretty sure there are a lot of tattoo parlors.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, wait, that's the key of like anything like a big flag, this is ghetto, if it's described as behind another establishment. That's dangerous. So anyways, we're going to walk, right? And then we finally get there, and it's literally in an alley. It's like between these two buildings, you have to walk down this alley, and at the end of the alley there's like a little building there, and that's where the recording studio was at. So that was shady as all heck. So while we're walking there, at some point Nick and Jared are like, oh, we think we see it, we're gonna go look, you guys stay here. So it ends up with me staying with Jada, Hannah, and Madison, and I'm looking at what clothes we're wearing. Jada's wearing rainbow, which is not always great for downtown because there's a lot of homosexual supporters, but then a lot of not homosexual supporters that are like have guns.
Because all the members of the KKK just roam the streets there.
Yeah, but whatever. And then, well, hey, there's that one guy that drives the truck with the Confederate flag flying from it. Anyways, so we're all standing there. I'm looking at us. We're dressed like the most white Clovis kids possible. Like Hannah's wearing a nice like flowery shirt, Jada's wearing rainbow sweater or whatever. I look down at my shirt, and Jake, what shirt do you think I was wearing?
Power Ranger shirt.
Very close. You know the kind of graphic tees, like
Star Wars shirt, Star Trek shirt. No, that's me.
yeah. We wear a lot of graphic tees like that.
I only wear graphic tees. You know what I'm wearing right now?
What?
Nothing. I'm absolutely naked.
Perfect. But I end up. I'm glad we're doing it online then instead of in person like we did last week. But yeah, so I'm looking down at myself and looking around, seeing the most ghetto place in the entire city with these people that are walking around with gangsters, literally doing drugs in parking lots. And then I look down at the shirt I'm wearing. It's my freaking Kanto starter Pokemon shirt. With Pikachu, Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur on the front.